Great, hi everybody and welcome to the next session. I'll be in Melbourne probably where you start to look at this. Well done on creating your own flipped classroom examples using Screencast-O-Matic or other tools. I've enjoyed watching those as they've been uploaded to Flow. Fantastic. What I'm going to do in this session is just quickly revisit the topic booklet and start to position ourselves for thinking about assessment 2. I am working on marking assignment 1 at the moment. As you could imagine, there's a fair bit to do. Let's have a look through the topic information booklet and just refresh ourselves about some of the key parts within here. So just noting here that the topic is aiming you to explore a social constructivist theory of learning, and I'm tossing around that term constructionism as well. I'm not 100% sure that I'm completely clear in my mind about the difference between the two. I'm still constructing my understanding, but certainly social constructivism obviously engages people collectively in constructing understanding. Constructionism draws upon that, but then also seems to have an artifact, a shared object or creation, a knowledge artifact as a result of that thinking together. That's my current sort of working definition, but I'm reserved the right to change that. Okay, let's flick along. The topic description, let's just remind ourselves, it's going to build upon your current successful practice, and I see examples of that in your fantastic flipped classrooms. You're going to engage in reviewing and exploring learning design where you and the students are engaged in using online tools and spaces to extend knowledge construction. So that's how the course is designed. You're going to be asked to design and redesign and review learning tasks, and you did that just recently, if you remember, where you adapted the Great Train Internet to try to shift its coded score in skilled use of ICT or knowledge construction. We've got to focus on these mysterious 21st century skills, and I think we've made that clear link between knowledge construction, skilled ICT use, and the general capability of creative and critical thinking, problem solving, and the ICT capability. So again, review and reflection, learning theory, I think we've touched on that, which underpin contemporary thinking around 21st century learning design. The topic aims, and hopefully I'm on track with these, to increase your theoretical and practical knowledge around learning design and how it's assisted and supported by technology, to foster inquiry into issues around how do we do what we do and why do we do what we do with technology, to give you a chance to design learning and to think about and work within online spaces, and to hopefully give you a chance to both work together at times and also by yourself to think about how this sits with you and your practice. Now, in terms of the assessment, we're now sitting with assessment 2, which is made up of 2 parts. Part A is the template, which I'll introduce you to in the next webcast. It's due on the 26th of this month, so in about, I guess, 20 days time, something like that. It's worth 45%, so it is worth quite a bit. And then part B of that, which is a non-graded pass, is going to be a 10% worth short presentation just to talk to us about the justification of the choices that you've made in and around the use of technology and the focus of knowledge construction in the learning design you've engaged in. Your other part, assignment 3, you undertake that all the time, and this is to do with your engagement with the activities that are posted in Flow. And what Flow generates for me, and I've had a play with that last week, is it actually generates, if you like, a contribution chart. It plots all of you in a chart about the number of times you go to Flow, what you contribute to Flow in the forums, what you might upload, and also what you might download. So So it leaves behind a digital breadcrumb of your activity within Flow. Okay, so let's just focus our energy on assignment 2. And I'm conscious that I'm probably looking down and this is probably not a great video. What can I say? It's a Saturday afternoon. Assignment 2 is in 2 parts. So outline, the first is a unit plan, which is going to show your ability to connect 21 CLD materials, particularly knowledge construction and skilled use of ICT by learners and teachers, with the ACARA general capabilities ICT over an extended period. So we're talking a block of work around about 5 lessons worth. This can be a collaborative task, and I put can in there because I want to understand and recognise the complexity of your life and work. This can be done with someone else. I would expect it, in that case, to represent and reflect twice as much work. Okay, let's just be clear on that one again. I don't want us to be confused. If you're going to be creating, let's say, a 5-lesson plan using the template by yourself, that's absolutely fine. I get that completely. If you're working with somebody else, and this is going to be a piece of work created by 2 people, it's going to be interdependent, then for that, obviously I would expect the product to be greater in detail and greater in its period of time. It might be that it's across a couple of curriculum areas. It might be that it actually represents about 10 lessons worth of work. So there would be an added complexity about it. And then the second part is providing an oral presentation outlining and justifying the choices that you've made, reflections and implications for future planning and assessment.